In this video, we do a SPL competition between the Sundown Audio E12 and the Skar Audio SVR-12. And if you guys like to know the winner of that competition, stick around. We got that and more coming right up. What is going on, guys? It's the Budget Bass Head. Welcome back to the channel. Right now, what you guys are looking at is that a few weeks ago, I did a poll asking you guys, who do you think won the bench test between the Skar Audio SVR-12, the Sundown E12, and the SDR by Skar? 50% of you guys thought that the SVR looked better on camera, but the Sundown E12 came in a close second. So that's why this video was put together. What I would like for you guys to do now is look to the right of the screen. I want you to recognize Sam C. Sam C made a comment on one of the videos saying that Sundown makes a very good quality product and that stuff is pounding the earth everywhere. However, Skar is good stuff and also is very well respected in the market. And that is so true. That resonates with most of you guys across the channel. I see these type of comments all the time. So I just would like to give some kudos to Sam C. Thank you. You are the winning subscriber. You will be featured here on the channel today. Thank you, man. Couldn't have done it without you. Right now, what you guys are looking at is this 12-inch subwoofer leaderboard. For all the new guys, the leaderboard does consist of 4 different categories. We have the $100 category, the $150 category, the $200 category, and the $250 category. What we're going to be focusing on today, though, is going to be 2 items from the $150 category. That being the Skar Audio SVR-12 and the Sundown Audio E12, .V3 that is. The SVR-12 I did pick up over at Skar's website for $130. It has a max power rating of 1600 watts. It has an RMS power rating of 800 watts. It has a 2.6-inch voice coil and is dual 2 configuration. The Sundown Audio E12 I picked up over at Amazon. It has an RMS power rating of 500 watts. It has a 2.5-inch voice coil and it is also dual 2 configuration. Once again, shout out to Sam C. Thanks for putting this together, man. We couldn't have done it without you. All right, so what you guys are seeing on the screen right now is the enclosure that I'm going to be testing this in. I did pick this up over at Skar's website. This is a dual enclosure, dual subwoofer enclosure. These are 12 inches, and this is what I'm going to be doing all my in-house testing with. Right now on the screen, what you see is the Power Acoustic Mofo 12 and the SVR-12 loaded here. The Mofo will not be featured in this video, but it is featured in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that, guys. We got a whole lot more coming with this enclosure. And right now, what you guys are looking at is the bass setup that I have in my office. My office do have the T-line enclosure, which will be featured in my 8-inch subwoofer leaderboard coming soon. I have the mini bass meter by SPL. Please forgive the glare, people. This is the Sundown Audio E12 as mentioned earlier. It is loaded into that dual enclosure by Skar Audio, and that is the SVR front and center. And what you see right here in the port is the mini bass meter by SPL Labs. I did pick this up over at Amazon. All affiliate links are in the description. And this is what we're going to be using to test these guys. Right now, what you guys are looking at is me getting this thing set up. I'm going to go here with it and pretty much just give you guys a quick view of what the setup looks like. Right now, what you guys are looking at are dual plate amplifiers. I have this setup coming to you guys by Dayton Audio. These are Dayton Audio home plate amplifiers, subwoofer amplifiers that is. It's the SPA-250. They are 250 watts RMS at 4 ohms, which I will be running these at. I have the subwoofers wired in series up to 4 ohms to give you guys that proper configuration for these plate amplifiers. I do have the frequencies turned all the way up to 180 hertz, gain set with a multimeter. I didn't show that on screen, I should have. Set at 250 watts. It can clip above that, but there's no need for that. Phase on both these amplifiers will be turned to normal. And of course, each of the subwoofers is ran independently and they have their own subwoofer. However, these are daisy chains for source. These are not strapped. They do not share power. They are daisy chain, meaning that one signal, one subwoofer is being fed by the input of the other subwoofer. As you guys can see, I do have my Samsung tablet there on the floor. And what we're going to be doing right here is just finding the proper tuning. I want to see what the box peak at. This box is tuned to, I believe, 35 hertz. But for right now, what you guys are looking at is me trying to find what frequency do the box like. I do have it in the port there, and yeah, I know this is not official, but we're just having fun here. We're just trying to get these things moving and show you guys, like, if you want to incorporate a subwoofer such as this in one of your home audio studios setup, then you can do that. You can put this in a home entertainment system if you want to. A subwoofer is made to do one thing, and that's just hit sub frequencies. So if you want to put this in your house, this is the way you would do it. I'm going to start at a low frequency such as 20 hertz and work my way up. Right now we're getting a 124 dB, 125 dBs at 31 hertz. And we're going to play with it a little bit more. There we go. It did go up a bit. 25.5 at 35 hertz, 26 even. So it seems to like its tune frequency a bit more. And like I said earlier, I do understand that this is not an official thing here. This is just us playing around a bit to get it moving. And what we're gonna do is skip through here and see exactly what frequency I end up landing on. And it seems that 37 hertz is what this thing likes. And that's how you do that. Moving onward, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing this box at 37 hertz and seeing what kind of reading that we can get out of it. First, we have to get this thing set up. So right now, what it's going to do, you put it in a mode where it's going to catch the highest dB reading that it has, and it's going to keep it. It's not going to change unless something gets higher than that. So we're going to be moving forward with this, and right now what you guys just seen is me turn the Skar off. So keep in mind that the Skar is going to be turned off, and that the Sundown E12 is the only one that's going to be playing at this point in the video. Okay? So this one is all about the E12. We got 179 dB, 128.5 right now for the E12. So there you go, 128.5 for the E12. And guys, keep in mind, this is only a 250 watt amp. So don't think you're going to be knocking down the walls with this, even though it was stuff falling off my walls. So the E12 is off and the Skar is on. So the E12 had a 128.5. A 128.5 for the E12. Now we're going to be trying the SVR and see what it gets. This is what's playing now. Same frequency, same power. Gain set the same for each of them. $131, $132, a 132.1 for the SVR. So that's a difference of about 4, nearly 4. That's over 3 dBs better than the SVR did. I mean, than the Sundown E12 did in this enclosure, at this tuning, in this environment. And keep in mind, once again, folks, this is not official. This is just for fun, to kind of give you an overview of what these things would do. Because remember, whatever they do at low power, they will only amplify at higher power. But I would like to also point out that neither of these subwoofers, this enclosure is not optimized for either of these subwoofers. So there you go. You gain 4 dBs by playing them together. So together they work best. But so far you got the Skar leading. Next up, we're going to be doing another test of the SVR. Just for quality assurances, we're going to get that test run again. This is for the SVR again. Last time it got a 132.1. I just wanted to make certain that wasn't a fluke. So I said, well, let me test it again, just for quality assurance purposes. And there we go. Same test. And there you go, 132. I think last time it was a 132.1. Now it's just a flat 132, and that can be due to many things. Sometimes the coils heat up a bit, so you'll lose a little, but yeah, that's that. What we're going to be doing now is bass sweeps. We're going to do an individual bass sweep of each of these, because I know some guys, and some guys may have questions about the tuning. Maybe one subwoofer would be optimized at a certain frequency, and that's true. So what we're going to do is a sweep, and we're going to let the meter catch it. We're not going to set it just at 37. We're going to let the meter catch it, and it's going to catch its highest reading. Right now, the SVR is being tested. $70, $65, $60. So there you go again with the SVR, pretty consistent in its scoring. It has a 132 again. So next we're going to be doing the E12 and seeing exactly where it stands and at what frequency. Did the method I used earlier in the video, was it a valid method of finding and tuning, or will it put up a different score? I think it had a 128.5. So we're going to see what it has on the sweep. Once again, this is 250 watts, guys. Well, the score here is a little bit lower for the E12. Again, this can be due to many different factors. like I said, sometimes they heat up, and the bass sweeps are quicker than regular, just a regular stationary tune. So picking one frequency, letting it go for a few is different from a bass sweep. A bass sweep goes relatively fast. So we're going to turn both these guys on, and we're going to see what the sweep gets together. I think together they had a 135 on the 37 hertz. Let's see what the sweep does. See if they can get that 135 again. And there you go. Right at is right at it is tuning from last time. It's a 134.9. So pretty consistent with what it had last time. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Is that something that interests you guys? What do you think of that? So many of you guys may be asking, well, why even like do a competition like this? Why even bring this to us? Well, the reason why I decided to do these tests like this is because this is at low power. Most sensitivities of subwoofer, when you see that parameter, those are at very, very low power. If I'm not mistaken, it's tested at like 1 watt at 1 meter or something like that. And depending on the resonant frequency of that it can achieve, it gives it that RS rating. So, or that FS rating. So what you guys have to think about is that not everybody got a 1,000-watt system. Not everyone has a lot of money to throw at subwoofers, amplifiers, and things of that nature. So the budget arena is to me is more so, it has very, very many more so shoppers than, you know, this higher range or high profited, the very expensive ones. Not everybody got a lot of money to chunk at systems. So if you can get a good cheap subwoofer that can do well at low volumes, wouldn't you want that? I mean, me personally, that's something that I would want. I would want something that got, you know, a decent level of sensitivity, that I can throw the least amount of power at, and it still sound good. It still give me the output that I desire. But, you know, also keep in mind that not all subwoofers that perform well at low volume or low power would perform well at high power. You see, some subwoofers don't need a whole lot of high power, and this channel is mostly about budget. So what would you spend your money on? Would you rather have something with a reputation of being able to take a lot of power and abuse, or would you rather have something that you can throw low power at and still get a decent amount of sound quality and output? So leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on competitions like this. And for all the new guys, if this is your first time here on the channel and you like car audio, DIY builds, comparisons, and competitions, please consider clicking that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.